We're going camping. We're going camping. We're gonna park by a shady tree. We're gonna get a glass of sweet tea and we're going camping. We got a fire in the pit. We're gonna roast marshmallows on a stick. We're going camping. Let's go see what camping's like here. Well, hello, fellow RVers. This is Gary and Sharon with Ruff Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Well, guess where freedom's brought us this time? We're in Hot Springs, Arkansas at Lake Catherine State Park on the beautiful Lake Catherine. And we're going to go that way and let you see what this park's all about. It's a pretty nice park.
Hopefully you can see through the glare. They have horseback rides here. There's some horses saddled up, ready to go. These are some beautiful woods to ride a horse through. Here's a peek of the entrance road into the park. Little curvy and windy, but not a bad road. And coming up on the left, you'll see the half-mile nature trail.
And it is paved.
Yes. Slunger Creek Nature Trail. Nice paved trail.
It's an ADA trail.
Yes, it is. Beautiful little wildflowers. And you walk along the creek. Now, and it was dry at the time we were here because it's been very dry. But it's a well-worn creek bed and the lake is right there. So the visitor center is to the left. The nature cabin, swim area, marina, and boat ramp are to the right. This is where you come to check in.
There you go. And there is RV parking up here on the left.
Right. We weren't sure, so we didn't come up in here because it was packed the day we came up here.
There's a few slots over here.
Yes. And that's a nice little gift store. They have different kind of souvenirs, ice cream, but you do have to go there to check in. Friendly folks.
And for their events, that's where you register.
Yes.
For park events.
Or you can call. And there are a lot of cabins around. Check the website for the cabins. We're just going to show you a couple of them as we're driving about, but we're going to focus on the RV sites. I think they have walk-in tent sites here. Okay, this road heads to the beach area, the marina, the nature cabin, and the cabins. And it will circle back around to the camping areas.
And they do have a nice changing area up here that you can change into with you can rinse off and all that.
Oh, wow. Look, the beach area is wide open. Oh, nope, there's people.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, there you go. There is the beach. Beautiful beach.
And this over here is the changing area, if you can see it. Okay.
So we're heading on up the way. There is a path down there that you can walk along the water's edge. And Mr. D tried his hand at fishing down there, and I think he caught a couple things, right?
Yes.
Very steep, though. Picnic areas, and there's picnic areas all over to the right, too. There's a lot of outdoor space and parking to the right. We're going to focus on the water because that's the cool thing. The marina is right down there. We'll be checking that out tonight when we do our sunset boat tour. And y'all, it's free here. Tennessee, we paid. But thank you, Arkansas. And those docks and all you see right there, those are the cabins. The cabins have a dock so you can tie your boat up. They have boat rentals, paddleboard rentals. We checked those out, and they're building a new marina. So there's the material for that.
And there was a little store down there at the marina that you could buy snacks and bait.
And there's the cabin right there. There's one of the cabins. We had family staying in that one right there. And it was so nice. We just walked down here and visit. And there's more cabins all out there and beyond. And they're on the water, so cool.
And they're nice cabins. They got air conditioners and like a queen size bed and then a couple of fold out beds, couch beds.
They're spacious.
Yes.
Yes, they are. And nice porch.
They got silverware. They're fully equipped.
Coffee pot, a Keurig, and a drip coffee maker all in one. And so now here you'll see the first bits of the campground, and to the right, so right up there, that is a one-way road, but that is where There are pavilions, but that's where the walk-in tent camping areas. We're going to start at camping area A, sites 1 through 12.
And this road goes right back to the visitor center road.
Yes. If we kept going, that's
Yeah,
where
we went to the side trip to the marina, but if you didn't go that way, you come in this way.
Yes. And let me tell you, we have seen deer just about every day we've been here, right up in our campsite.
Yeah, there's like a herd of 9 or 10 deer that just kind of roam about here.
They're not afraid of you. There's site 1. These are full hookup sites, y'all. Okay, to the right is site 3. I'll show you more of that in the wrap up because we lived there for a week. And then site 2 to the left, really glary, but you can get an idea of the site. There's a lot of folks sitting out right here. So we may not show every site. Site 4 is right there. And there is a bathhouse right there. So again, the left sides are going to be hard to get to show you, but we will show you as best we can. And if people are sitting out, we skip that site. Site 6 is right there. Just going to peek through the window. And there's site 8. And then we keep on going right here where that Airstream, there's an Airstream right there. That is site 7. And here we are, site 9. Plenty of room for our 33-foot Class A motorhome, our tow vehicle, and all our stuff.
We have these two over here.
Site 12, site 10, and there's another site right down there. There's site 11.
And we get to go downhill.
And this is what you'll encounter. These are one-way roads, so you have to go this way. Awesome.
And away we go.
There's a bathhouse there. So pay attention to these one-way roads because everywhere is a one-way road. This road here will take you to the camp area C, but it will also take you to the trailheads. And they have a few nice trails here, and if you like mountains, you'll get your mountain fix. I got a mountain fix yesterday. I'm going to get a mountain fix tomorrow. And there's the trails, nice maps. The trails that I have done are well marked. And they can be a little rugged, so wear appropriate shoes. Okay, camp area C, sites 40 to 70. Now camp area C here is also 50 amp water and sewer. So to the right. Okay, as you can see, this is very busy. So maybe just driving forward, calling off numbers for reference, 59's to the right, 56 to the left. If we find an empty one down here, we will let you know. 58 is to the left.
58 is waterfront.
Yes, these ones on the left are waterfront. Nice waterfront sites. But we're going to loop around and we'll be able to see them. It's just there's a lot of people sitting out, so we're just kind of looking straight ahead. Here's an empty one coming up. So all these sites are nice and spacious. You can access the hiking trail right there. Here is one. This is site 67. And right here is site 69.
There's Lake Catherine.
Yep. And then we're pulling around here.
That's 68 where that Arctic wolf is.
68 right there. And then there's an empty one coming up right here. There's some folks sitting out right there. So beautiful waterfront site, 64. Nice, 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 nice.
62. Yeah.
And 60. 58. These trash cans are everywhere too. That's really helpful. 56. Overflow parking. And then we're coming on out. 54A right
Yep.
there, but there's some folks sitting out.
They had sewer.
54 is right there. Nice site. And then coming in this way, we just passed one. I didn't catch that number, but there's 53 right there. So these sites, you'll be facing the water view, looking out your window if you have a Class A. 52 is on the right. '51 on the left, and 50 on the right. There we go. Nice, beautiful water views. There's also sites on the left. 48 is right there.
You'll see these random docks.
What about the random docks?
I said there's docks like spaced all around this park.
Yes. 46. There's 44. That's one we really liked. It's really busy right now. This is Monday, so I think the weekday crowd has moved in. 42 to the right. There's a lot of people out. 43 is right there to the left. And then we continue on 41, an ADA site. There is a bathhouse to our left and a host site. Okay, 38. Okay, now we're getting into the 30 amp no sewer sites, starting with 38. So this is camping area B. So there's an empty one there. Looks like the older part of the place. Site 36, so 30 amp and no sewer. A little more rustic here. There's 35 to the left. There's, looks like a few sites up in there, but there's some folks out, so we won't go there. But 30 is one of the sites. For your reference, actually, 30 is right there. And 29 is right there. And there's another little loop down there that you can see.
25 is the one over here.
Yeah, 25, 27, 26. So that one, other one must be 28. And here's a yurt you can rent.
The only yurt.
The only yurt here. There you go. And 24 is right there. And there's also a site on the left. '22. And there's sites over here too. 16. But to get an idea, check the website and see what they say about each of these sites. Check dimensions and amenities. And right there is I cannot read that number. I think it's 13. Here's 14 right here. And that is 15 that I was just showing you. And this takes us back to the road. If you go back to the right, you'll go to the marina. If you go to the left, we go back home. And if we go straight up that hill right there, that is where the pavilion, playground, picnic areas are, and those walk-in tent sites. You just park and you walk over in the woods. If you want to know what it looks like these woods right here, except more level. And then this brings us back around.
They did have a dump station back in that other area.
To camping area A. Yes, there was a dump station. Here's just a drive through our little neck of the woods here. And here is our site. So our site is Site 9, and we have this large tent pad. We have this large living area. Facilities. So very convenient.
So that was our little drive-about tour of Lake Catherine State Park here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, centered around the big lake of Lake Catherine. Now our site here, of course, is very, very, very roomy. There's even a big tent pad up front that we didn't even use. We've got a concrete patio right there that's got our picnic table on it and charcoal grill. And then we've got a fire pit right in front of me here. And another large gravel area here that you can put chairs and all that on.
We have our dog pen out.
Yep.
Was so nice. And hammock, if you have a hammock. I mean, trees behind us for a hammock.
And we have a lantern pole over there. The site itself is paved, and we do have water at the site. We have 30, 50 amp service, and we do have sewer for sure here, which is very nice. We have, like Sharon said, we got trees all around us, and it's a very nice park to be at. Now they have our Verizon service or our T-Mobile service. I think was pretty good. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Yes, no problems with the service.
Now the park itself is broken, like you see, to several different areas, and they're all pretty nice, I think. Mm-hmm. But some are the waterfront sites, and of course we're back here in more of a tree site.
We're
away
like in
from
the
water.
Forest. This is away, but like our other site, we are at site 9. Mm-hmm. We spent 6 days at site 3, and you could see the water from that site. You can't see it from this site, but I mean, it's right there.
Now for those sites that don't have sewer, because they all don't have sewer, right? Some of them don't.
Some of them do not have
Right.
sewer.
They do have a dump station.
Yes.
And they do have restrooms and showers located throughout the park.
Right. The majority of the sites, though, do have sewer. There's Camp Loop A, B, C.
B.
So Camp Area B does not have sewer. And
Right.
I think it only had 30 amp, correct?
Yes, some of them do.
Yeah. So just, okay, whenever you go to book a site, check the amenities.
So also at this park, when you come in, like you saw the visitor center, you drive up the hill and park, check in. It's a nice visitor center. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of little things in it, some t-shirts like we're wearing now.
Woohoo!
And if you can drive down to the beach area, there is parking down there, but it's kind of limited. But some people I've seen park up at the visitor center and just walk down to it.
Yes.
It's a really nice beach area. It's sandy and it's not rocky. The water's a little chilly. It's not exactly warm, but it's not
warmer at the top,
cold.
But when your feet hang down, it's a little icy down there.
So they do have the beach area, and of course they have a marina there, and the marina has a little store in it. So you can boat, you can fish, you can kayak, you can paddleboard, you can canoe. They have rentals.
Yeah, they have rentals, a variety of rentals.
Right.
I paddleboarded for the first time. Woo!
And they do have a place where you can do horseback riding. Of course, I think that's probably a separate vendor that does that, but it is available here.
Yeah.
Right at the park.
Yeah.
And of course, there's trails here to hike, a lot of trails. You want to talk about the trails?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say about Arkansas. Well, the past
I have no knowledge of the trails.
If you like to hike in the mountains, if you want to get your mountain fix, but you don't want to climb 1,500, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet, like so many mountains you have to climb, or higher, Colorado, that area is. These mountains are only like 500, and the highest is 1,000, 2,000. But in this area, 500-ish feet. So you can have a great mountain fix and hike these trails. And here there are 4 trails, I think, but one is, Mr. D liked it.
Oh, the nature trail?
Yeah, it's Slunker.
Yeah, it's an ADA trail. It's got a sidewalk that goes around it, and it has a stream there, but the stream was kind of empty. They haven't had a lot of rainfall.
Slunker Creek Trail. It's a half a mile.
Yeah. The same with the waterfall. It's just trickling right now.
Really pretty. Yeah, and I don't know if it's really dry right now. So the waterfall is not like the pictures that you're going to see. It's going to be a trickle, but it's still very beautiful. And there is water on that trail, and that's called the Falls Branch Trail. That's 2 miles. And if you don't like to do like really super rugged stuff or uphills and downhills, then go in to the left to the waterfall and come back that way. If you do the full 2 miles, it goes up and down. It goes across some bridges. It's really, really pretty though. And then there's the Horseshoe Mountain Trail, which I did, which is amazing. You go up and you hike along the top of the mountain, and then you come down. And then the one with the most views is a Dam Mountain Trail, and that's 4.5 miles long.
That's what I would call it.
And you go up, and I recommend going clockwise. So get that up out of the way. It's not that far. Again, you get your mountain fix with a little bit of work. And it's some rocks and, you know, some steep areas. Good little workout. But then you're up on top of the mountain and you just roll along there, and you can see beautiful views of Lake Catherine from up there. And then the downhill is just so gentle, and then you come along by the creek and you know, you exit back to the Falls Trail.
So you see from another point of view is that you're up on top of the mountain and the weather's been between 96 and 102 degrees. So you get up there and you're baking on top of the mountain, getting a heat stroke.
It wasn't bad. I left early in the morning, go early, hike early to avoid the crowds and the heat.
Heat warnings.
Yeah.
And also what you also get in addition to all this mountain fix and heat strokes and all that she's talking about is you get to come back here loaded with ticks. And then you get to have a de-ticking, showers, and you get to itch for about 2 weeks.
Okay, be careful. I stayed on the trails, but I think yesterday when I was walking on the road, the dogs got off on the side of the road, and we did get into some little seed ticks, and we did at Gulpha Gorge as well when we were hiking there. So again, really good hiking. Gulpha Gorge is only like 30 minutes from here.
She said some.
So yes,
she was slathered in them.
It's some, but no mosquitoes.
But you still itch from tick bites.
And
I got them and I didn't even hike.
And probably chiggers. I know, it's so funny. He's covered too and he didn't even hike. He's like, it's up there. Okay.
No.
All right. Hiking.
All right, so much for the ticks.
Hiking is nice here. It's very nice. Mm-hmm. You will enjoy it if you like to walk in the woods and it's not overly crazy.
Yes. Now the park also, the park rangers here, the interpretive rangers, they also have functions. They put out a little paper every week of different things that they do. Now they do have a moonlight paddle, but it was booked up, so they didn't get to do that. But they did have a moonlight cruise on a pontoon boat.
Well, sunset cruise.
Sunset cruise, and it's an hour. It left at 7:30 and got back around 8:30. But it was really nice. They take you around the lake and tell you about all the history of the lake. There's an old power plant there. And then they park facing the sunset, and you get to watch the sunset go down over the trees. It was very nice.
Free.
And there was, I think, 10 people total in the boat when we went, and a nice conversation with people there that we don't know. And it was just a really nice sunset boat ride.
They also do a paddleboarding 101. So I did not do that, kind of self-taught, but that would be helpful if you've never paddleboarded before. Their paddleboards are super stable, so.
Right.
Anyway, they have a lot of variety.
They do have a lot of activities that they do, from doing stuff with kids all the way up to, like, you know, the paddleboarding and the boat ride.
Yes.
Just check weekly because they change them weekly.
Yeah.
So, like, that was the activities here, which are nice. There's quite a few, and it's a very pleasant park to be at.
As soon as we got here, we had deer right behind our campsite.
Oh, yeah.
We had deer all in this area, and on almost every dog walk, there are deer. So just know that there are deer here, but they're so cute. There's a little spotted fawn that's going around, and on my hikes, I saw deer. So there are deer.
It's not one or two. I think I counted 9 in that one herd that came back by here.
Yeah, they were.
And they're not afraid of you. They just look at you and keep on going.
Okay, we saw one lady trying to feed the deer. Do not feed the wildlife. Do not.
So,
another thing about this campground, there is a yurt here, and there are fully furnished cabins. They have several cabins that are on the lake. Did we talk about that?
No.
Okay, so I have to mention the cabins because my daughter and her family came from Colorado, and we had a meetup here and got to spend some time, and they had a cabin so we could hang out on the porch. It was overlooking the Marina, and it was really nice, spacious cabin, fully furnished. They have a Keurig and a coffee maker, anything you would need, anything that you would need.
There's 2 ACs in that cabin. There's one for the living room and one for the bedroom.
Yeah, so it was It was
And a deck.
It was so nice to meet up and have someone. And listen, we have been here 12 days. We were 6 days on site 3 and 6 days here at site 9. I think the max is 14. Usually it is. But because we weren't sure of our dates, we just booked to be here and be available when she was able to get her dates. My point in saying that is 12 days is okay here.
There you go.
I'm not tired of being here. We're going to talk about other things to do in the area, but there's plenty to do right here in the campground.
So I'm going to go into now, if you need supplies or anything like that, I'm going to say 25 minutes from here, you can go to Hot Springs. And there's, of course, Hot Springs is
a national park.
It's a national park. It's a destination area for a lot of people. And there's everything in the world in Hot Springs that you could possibly want in Hot Springs. And like I said, from Lake Catherine here, it's about 25 minutes. We were at Gulpha Gorge. It's about 25 minutes. If you go to Lake Ouachita State Park, it's about 25 minutes. Or if you go to the core park, Stevens Park Recreation Area, it's about 25 minutes. So you're kind of right in the middle of these 4 parks that you can go to, and they're all nice. So like I said, you're pretty close to getting whatever you want in Hot Springs as far as supplies. As far as the recreation to go in Hot Springs, I will turn that over to the tour guide.
All right, I want to say another thing about the area too. Lake Hamilton is nearby and is one of the most pristine lakes. Was it Lake Hamilton or Lake Ouachita?
Hamilton.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton. So, and we ate at Bubba Brews on Lake Hamilton. It was really, really nice.
It's another nice lake.
Yeah, there's restaurants galore. Amazon lockers too, 4 locations in Hot Springs. So you are set here. Like I said, 12 days is not bad. Hot Springs is, you may have heard, bathhouse row. So the springs are actually hot. I forget the degree that the water is, but you can actually go and experience filling the hot springs. It is hot to stick your hand into. You can get water and take it with you. And on the other side of the street, you have shops, all kinds of shops. If you like to walk around quaint little towns and maybe buy some fudge.
I could hardly stop my heart from beating when I saw all those shops here. I said, oh boy.
You can do that too. You can also go hiking. There is a promenade trail that is paved and goes along there in Hot Springs. And there's all kinds of informational kiosks along the way. And if you're more adventurous, you can hike up the mountain and go all the way. There's a tower there that will, you can go up. There's a fee, but you can see the surrounding area. You can also hike up there from Gulpha Gorge Campground. So I had hiked up there from Gulpha Gorge. There's also a loop that you can go on. Look, I think it's called Hot Springs Mountain Loop, but it's a drive that you can go up, and I don't think there's a fee for that. But there's all kinds of trails right there. So if you want to go to Hot Springs, downtown Hot Springs, there's free parking in the parking garage, and you can see Bathhouse Row, go into the visitor center, learn all about the history of Hot Springs, and then you can go for a hike if you want, or climb the mountain. Remember, mountain fix, it's not that high. Fun fact about these mountains too. These mountains used to be 10,000 feet high, and what's unique about the Ouachita mountain range is it runs east to west versus north and south like other mountain ranges, because this used to be a beach area, right?
A riverbed, seabed.
Seabed, right through here. So anyway, so just imagine you're climbing that 10,000 foot mountain. Also on the hikes around Hot Springs too, there are informational kiosks that you can read about and see, like the campers from back in the early days and what that looked like, the roads there. There's a lot of history in this area. If you like history, you will love this area. And there's Magic Springs, which is nearby, and that is a theme park. They have a theme and a water parks.
So I think with all this being said, it's a pretty good sized wrap up. We're going to go ahead and end the video now. And hope you enjoyed this video on our stay at Lake Catherine State Park. If you do, click like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Have you ever been to the state park or Hot Springs? Did you enjoy Hot Springs?
Or is there a state park not a campground that you've stayed at in the area that you like.
Yes.
Let us know. We like checking out new places.
So this is Gary and Sharon, Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom, of course. Hope to see you on the road someday. Safe travels.
Safe travels.